Good morning. This week's devotion is because they were harassed and helpless. It's a very common theme in movies, especially Westerns. The hero comes across a town that's being harassed and oppressed by the bad guys. Even though the hero has no connection to these people, no reason to help them, no stake in this, the hero can't leave them helpless. The hero stays to help them drive the bad guy away. It's in the plot of many of my favorite TV shows from when I grew up until today. From the Incredible Hulk in the 1970s to the A-Team in the 80s to the Mandalorian today, the hero has a good and kind heart and has to stay to help. Mandalorian, he rescues Grogu. Say hi. Jesus touches on this theme in the gospel lesson for Sunday. Listen to Matthew 9:35 through 38. Then Jesus went about all the cities and villages, teaching in the synagogues, proclaiming the good news of the kingdom, and curing every disease and sickness. When he saw the crowds, he had compassion for them, because they were harassed and helpless, like sheep without a shepherd. Then he said to his disciples, "The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Therefore, ask the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers into the harvest." Maybe that's why I like these movies and TV shows. The main characters do what Jesus would have done, what Jesus would have us to do. To be honest, some days I feel harassed and helpless and would love for Jesus to show up and solve my problems. But here, when Jesus saw all of the need, he knew that his disciples would have to carry out the work of compassion in his absence. I have often quoted from St. Teresa of Avila saying, "Christ has no body on earth but yours, no hands but yours, no feet but yours." We may not be called to fight off pirates or the evil empire, but we are called to have compassion on our fellow human beings, especially when they are harassed and helpless. We are the laborers that Jesus sends out into the harvest. So when we see injustice, oppression, sickness, and suffering, we are called to share Christ's compassion. Whether it's when we share a blessing bag with someone who is hungry, donate food to the food pantry, collect school supplies for children in need, support a children's home or a hospital, help provide water filtration stations or solar panels or livestock for needy communities. We are being Jesus's hands and feet. When we see injustice and write our political representatives, we are being Jesus's labor in the field. When we show compassion to any of God's children, we are shining the light of our Good Shepherd and giving hope. Next week, our church will be hosting Vacation Bible School for the children in our community. The theme is, how can we be heroes when we follow Jesus and do what God wants us to do? You may not feel like you're qualified to be a hero, let alone a superhero. But neither did most of the heroes in the movies and the shows that have inspired me. Neither did most of the heroes in the Bible either. But they had compassion. They did their best to follow where God was leading. So are you willing to be a laborer for Jesus? Have a blessed week.